real quick before we get into this video. If you are in the Houston area or surrounding or close enough to where we could meet up and do it in a day, and you have a car that you want me to review, I'm gonna put my Instagram on the screen right here. Go ahead and add me on Instagram, shoot me a message, and if we are close enough and I haven't driven A, B, or C before, I would absolutely love to do it. I would love to put it on the channel, and I would really appreciate it. Let me know if you're interested, and enjoy the video. What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the video, and it's been a minute since I've done anything on YouTube, but it's good to be back. I am back, and I figured what better way to be back than have some fun in a Mustang and make a video that'll hopefully help one of you guys out in the near future. However, before we get too deep in this video, let's make sure this old girl do a little baby pull. Spin it. Sounds good. Alright guys, so the video title didn't give too much away. What we have today is we have a 2016 Mustang GT, similar to mine. The only difference is this one is a premium performance package. So this is essentially, without being an automatic convertible, pretty much the most expensive Mustang you could have bought in 2016 apart from a Shelby. So today we're not going to dive too deep into how this car drives. I actually made a video, which I'll go ahead and put in the description below, comparing a base model Mustang to a performance package Mustang. So if that's kind of the toss-up that you're going in between right now, then definitely check that video. That video will probably be a little more helpful for you. Today we're going to kind of focus on the premium aspect of it. As you guys know, I have a 2016 Mustang GT. That's a base of the base model. It's a white on black, cloth interior, tiny screen, literally the least optioned out Mustang you could get, whereas this one is virtually the most optioned out Mustang you could get. So we're going to spend a lot of time on the interior, going over kind of some of the things that you get in a premium car that you don't get in a base model car, and I will give you guys my opinion as to whether or not it's worth it in the new and the used category, but mostly I just want to hopefully give you guys as much information as you need, because I figured anybody watching this video is probably in the market for one of these right now, and hopefully this will kind of help you make your decision. So first things first, let's start with the outside, since there's a lot less, I guess, unique about the outside of a premium versus a base model car. So let's pull over, show you guys the outside real quick, then we'll hop back in and go over all the uniqueness and things that you get in a premium car on the inside of it. Alright guys, so starting off with the outside of this car, there's a couple little minute things that you can get on this car, and then one kind of big thing. So let's start off with the smaller things real quick. So in the mirrors, the only difference really is you get a turn signal integrated into the mirror, and you get heated mirrors. Another feature of the premium car is satellite radio. You actually cannot option satellite radio on a base car at all. Moving back to the back, you have the parking assist sensors on the back of the car, and the biggest thing that you get on a premium car that you don't with a base model is you get a rear valance that is removable. In a base model, it is all one piece, which means if you want to put a GT350 rear valance, if you want to put a RTR valance like is on this car, you actually have to swap out to a premium bumper before you can put this valance on. So a little bit of a pain in the butt for base model cars. You really don't get to do anything. That's why you don't see a lot of base model cars with a different rear valance. So if that's something you care about, you're wanting to change the look of the back side of the car underneath, that's really the only way you can do it, is with a premium car or a premium bumper. But other than that, it's pretty much the exact same as everything up at the front's the same. Performance package gets you a little bit bigger splitter, but as far as premium versus base goes, not really a whole lot different. But we'll go ahead and jump inside now, and that's where the extra 4 or 5 grand that it was when this car was brand new really kind of come into play. All right guys, so real quick, I'm going to read you guys the full list of everything you get in a premium car over a base car, and then I'll kind of show you everything that goes along with it. So ready, big breath. Selectable drive modes, heated exterior mirrors with integrated turn signals, showed you guys that. Pony projector lights, I can't show you guys that now because it's not dark outside, but it's the cool kind of thing where you open the door and it's like a little puddle light of a running pony. Body color rear diffuser, well, that's what I showed you out back, and then it's removable. Aluminum foot pedal, show you guys that in a second. Ambient lighting, super fancy, I'll show you guys that. Dual zone automatic climate control, you don't get dual zone climate control in a base car. My Ford Touch. Illuminated door sill plates, I'll show you guys that. Premium door trim, leather seating surfaces, leather seats, satin brush aluminum dash applique. It's just a different dash. And actually, this one's got the performance pack dash in it. Let's see, universal garage door opener, which this has, 9-speaker audio system. I will show you guys in a second, and then the satellite radio option. So let's spin you guys around and let's start with the door panel. So really the only difference on the door panel is you get a little bit of a nicer leather insert here than you get on a premium car, than a base car. All of this is the same. And then you have a second speaker here because you have the 9-speaker shaker system versus the base radio. So you have another speaker here. On a base car, you only have that speaker. And you have a little nice chrome trim, whatever, who cares about that. You get the illuminated door sill, which is actually really nice. And then sticking down here, you do have aluminum pedals down here versus the just black pedals you get with a base model car. So coming up from the pedals, this is where everything is pretty much the same. The steering wheel is the same. It's the same leather wrap steering wheel. What I was talking about with the performance pack is it's just this weird, let me see if I can show you guys. It's this like turned aluminum effect. That's a performance package thing. Moving along to the center of like the center stack here. This is not a premium feature. This is a performance pack feature. All performance packs, be it a premium car or base model, come with the oil pressure gauge and vacuum gauge built in. Always kind of cool to watch that move. Coming down a little bit, this is where you kind of start, the money starts making a little more sense for a premium car. So depending on what year you get, you either get Sync 2 in like the 2015s and early 2016s. So I think you can upgrade 2016s to Sync 3, and then kind of 17 on you have Sync 3, which is an awesome system. I think it's an 8-inch screen versus a 4-inch screen. It's touchscreen versus not touchscreen. It's super intuitive and easy and very quick. And if nothing else, if you're going back and forth between a base model and a premium car, I think a premium car is worth it for this alone. I think you'll enjoy this interface a lot more, and it just makes it feel like it's a little more of an upmarket car. So coming down to the climate controls here, like I said, you get heated and cooled seats, and you get dual zone on this car, which is nice, especially if you have someone like me, who I'm a bigger guy. I always want the AC on, I always want the heated seats, the cooled seats on, and then you have my wife, who is a teeny tiny little thing, and who is freezing all the time, and she will want the heater on and the heated seats on in the middle of summer, because she's weird like that. Moving down, this is probably one of the coolest parts about the premium car, is you get these kind of, cool GTR-ish toggle switches down here. The base model car is going to have your hazard switch, your traction control switch, and then your steering mode switch, except they're just going to be 3 little black buttons. The difference here is you get the cool toggles, and then you get a driving mode switch. So when you flip this driving mode up, put you in normal, sport, track, blah, 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 blah. So other than that, everything's about the same. Shifting to the center console is the same, and then the only difference being you do get these nice leather seats. So overall, I think wow, you're zoomed in. Overall, it's very nice in here. It's a very nice place to sit. It's really up to you, if I'm honest. I mean, obviously it's up to you. You're buying the car anyway. All of these things are really nice to have, and we're gonna go take it for a drive in a second. I'm gonna kind of just tell you how a little bit different how it feels after you drive it for a little while. But if you're in the market for one of these, well, actually, let's go drive it. We'll show you, we'll kind of walk you through how it kind of feels driving versus how my car felt, and then I'll kind of give you my kind of brief rundown at the end. Characteristics of this car versus a base model car are obviously pretty much non-existent. I mean, obviously it's just kind of the only difference is the comfort level. And this is a personal preference thing. Me, I prefer, even if I had a premium car, I would love a premium car with cloth seats. Don't know why. Maybe it's just kind of, I'm a big guy. I've never really liked leather. I always get really hot and it kind of makes me uncomfortable. The cooled seats makes it nicer, but just me personally, I just prefer cloth seats. I think it's more comfortable. Apart from that though, everything else does feel a little bit nicer. Now, obviously you have the nice touchscreen in here, which is great to have. The cooled seats are nice. I have them on right now. But as far as the way it drives, well, I'll show you how it drives. Boil attack on here, by the way. Still drives good. But I mean, it doesn't feel any different. Like, you don't feel like you're in a totally different car. And like I said, at the end of the day, if you're shopping right now and you're in the middle of a, well, let me break it down to you this way. If you're shopping for a used car, so if you're looking at a 15, 16, 17 kind of first generation S550, I would look for a premium. just because the margin is so small right now in the used market between a base model car and a premium car. I'm seeing base model cars for sale for 23, 24 grand, and then I'm seeing premium cars for sale for 25 grand. And then even, you know, unless everything kind of moves down, I'm seeing, you know, some base model cars for low as 20 and 21. But I think the margin is very minimal there in the used market. So if I was buying used, I would definitely probably look for a premium. It's just, I don't think you would be unhappy with a base model. I don't think you would regret buying a base model car. I just think it's kind of nice, and it makes it feel like it's a little bit nicer car than it actually maybe even is. If you're buying used, that's where my opinion kind of flips. I think if you're buying new, if I've said that before, if you're buying new, I think my opinion flips a little bit. I think the premium option is a really expensive option brand new. I think it's $5 grand right now. I could be wrong, but I know it's right around there. And apart from the big screen, it doesn't really feel like it's $5,000 more car. The big screen's really nice, but it's not a $5,000 big screen. It's not a $5,000 radio. It's not a $5,000 sound system. I get the price because there's a lot of stuff that goes into a premium car. Just my personal take on it. If I was buying a new car, if I was going out and I was buying a brand new 2019 Mustang right now, I would not be buying a premium car, just because I feel like it's just too big of a gap from a base model car. That being said, if the little things like that, the screen, the switches, the heated seats, the dual zone, if that's the kind of things that matter to you, then spring for it, because it does work very well. The heated seats work very well. The cooled seats work very well. Hey, I forgot how to drive a manual. The toggles are awesome, and the Sync 3 is flawless. So if it's something that's super important to you, I would absolutely say do it. If it's something that you could give or take, you really just kind of want a Mustang and you want the, you want the big Coyote, you want the, the 6-speed or the 10-speed or the whatever, 6-speed automatic, it doesn't matter. If that's what you care about, is more just the driving experience that comes with a Mustang. Like I said, if you're buying new, I think I would definitely just shoot for a base model over a premium car. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. We are back on YouTube. Life has been crazy. I'll update you guys on that later. But I would expect at least 1 to 2 videos a week now coming out from me, and a whole lot of cool car reviews coming up, car things coming up. I've got some pretty big news that I've been keeping from you guys. And that's it, man. Love you guys. Hope everything's been going well with you guys and girls. It's not that many of you, not that many of y'all, but the 1 or 2 girls that are watching, you're doing okay too. But hope everything's going okay, and I appreciate you guys as always. I will catch you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.